Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello! Hi, I'm Laura. Today I'm not there for a reaction video, I'm there for a Storytime review about The Expanse. You're really close to me, I'm really not used to that. It's the third video that I'm making which is not a reaction video. I didn't write anything about that video before filming it, so maybe take a tea or a coffee because you're gonna spend some times with me. I don't know how many times. I'm gonna try to be quick. Not quick, but not to tell you all of the details that maybe you don't need to know, but you know me, you know that I'm a talker, so maybe I'm gonna talk a lot, so prepare yourself. I'm gonna do the story time about the Comic-Con, how I went to the Comic-Con and what happened during the Comic-Con, because a lot of things happened before, during and after the Comic-Con, with the cast involved, with the authors of The Expanse involved and all of that. It was so great. I want to tell you guys all about it. And after that I'm gonna make a review of the first episode of the season 4 that we saw at the Comic-Con Paris in premiere, and it was so great. I'm not gonna tell you any spoilers, I'm gonna try to not tell any spoilers about the storylines, about what is happening during this first episode. I'm gonna talk more about how they did it, how it's built, you know, maybe some things about the production, the budget. I'm gonna try to really give you my opinion about it without spoilers. I'm gonna put warnings during it. You know my rules, you know how much I hate spoilers, so I'm gonna really try to not tell you big spoilers. And at the end, you're gonna have a little bonus surprise also about The Expanse. Maybe about the Inktober. If you are following me on Twitter, you know that I made the Inktober and I drew a lot of things about The Expanse, so I'm gonna show you that also. Okay, so let's go for the part storytime. They announced, I think it was like 1 month before the Comic-Con, or maybe a little more, that they were gonna show the first episode of the season 4 during this Comic-Con, but at first it was just that. You don't know it, but I'm not living in Paris, I'm living in south of France, so I had to take the train to go to Paris, and it was expensive and it was just for 1 day, so I was really questioning myself, are you gonna go to the Comic-Con if it's just for watching the episode before everyone? And I wouldn't be able to talk about it, you know, because of the spoilers, so... But 10 days before the Comic-Con, they said, ta-da! The cast is gonna come! They didn't say which members of the cast were gonna come, so really, 1 hour after they said it on Twitter, I was already having my ticket for the day of the Comic-Con when they were gonna show the premiere, and when the cast was gonna be there, and I was taking my tickets, also my train ticket. It was expensive, you know, just 10 days before the day, it's really expensive in France when you want to take the train at the last minute, it's really expensive. So it was a choice that I made. I was gonna take the train early in the morning, like really early, and I was gonna come back on the same day because I had stuff to do just right after that. So yes, it was really, I was going to the Comic-Con and to Paris just for that, just for The Expanse. I also jumped, you know, on the occasion to also book a picture with one member of the cast of Vikings, the actor who is playing Floki. They announced that it was Shore, Dominique and Steven who were gonna come just 1 week before the event. I was glad that I already booked my ticket for that day. I was glad that I already took my train ticket for that day, because really they announced the cast, the member of the cast, just 1 week before the event. So after that, maybe like some days before the event, I was beginning to be stressed about the event, so I was searching for information, and just 1 day before the event, I read on Twitter that the cast was gonna make signings and it was for free, but you have to take the ticket before the event. You have to go somewhere and take the ticket and then go to the premiere and the panel and then go to the signings with your precious ticket. And it was really like they were gonna make signings for free, but just for the first ones who were gonna ask for this precious ticket. I was like, fuck, really fuck, you are seeing that just the day before the event and you are not thinking about those who are coming from really somewhere else than Paris. Like I already knew that I was gonna wake up at 3 a.m. I was gonna take my train at 5 a.m. I was gonna be in Paris really at 8 a.m. and they were opening the gates at 9:30. So really it was short for me, really short. I already knew that I was really gonna be there at the Comic Con, at the place of the Comic Con, just right on time for the opening of the gates. So I knew that I would have really a lot of people before me to really enter into the place. It took me 1 hour to really enter into the place. So I really entered into the place at 10:30. And the premiere, the panel, was at 11. So I had really just 30 minutes to go on that place where they were gonna give the precious tickets for the signings, wait my time to have this precious ticket, having it, and then go to the place where they were gonna show the premiere and have the panel, wait my time and enter into it. So I was lucky, I was really lucky because, you know, because they announced that the cast was gonna make signings just the day before the event, not a lot of people were aware of the fact that they were making signings. So not a lot of people were going and wait for having the precious tickets for the signings. So I had it, and so I was really like running, like, you know how it's working on a Comic-Con, you know how many people are on the Comic-Con. It was on Saturday, so really a lot of people were there. I was like running and to push, I want my ticket, really, I don't care about your stand, your goodies, your stuff, I don't care, push, really, ta! I was really pushing everyone because I had really just 30 minutes, so I was really like, when I was waiting for the precious ticket, I was really like, you can go faster, please go faster! I had my precious ticket, and then I ran also to go to see the premiere and the panel, to be at the beginning of the line. And you know, I was lucky also because not many people in France are aware of the fact that the show exists, just that, because it was never on television, and just the ones who are watching it on internet, on Amazon or on streaming are loving it and were there. So when I arrived at the gates of the place of the premiere and the panel, I had just 10 persons before me waiting to go on the place. So I met, you know, when I was on the line, some French screaming fireworks, and it was fun because that was the first time that I was discussing with someone about the Expanse in French. It really disturbed me, but it was really nice. And then they opened the gates and I was really in front row. Like I couldn't be like closer to them, you know. First seats, first line, front row. Me, just in the middle. I couldn't be happier, as you can tell. I'm really excited just to remember that, so really it was great. They began by showing us the episode. It was so great. I'm gonna keep that part for the review, but it was really great. And then, just after the episode, the cast come, you know, Shoré, Steven and Dominique. So they came into the place. I filmed for you the panel and I already posted it on YouTube. I'm gonna put the link if you want to see the panel, but it was really great. I really enjoyed it. Like you can hear during this video, I screamed a lot. because I was enthusiastic, I was also laughing a lot. I had some eye contact also with Dominique. I don't know if you can see it during the panel. Maybe I'm just imagining it, but I think that I had some, maybe it's just in my mind. At the end of the panel, they told us to come closer to make a picture with the cast. So I went, but because I was in front row, in front line, I was really like glued to the scene, so I was like, they're not gonna see me because really I'm just behind them. The photographer, really, I'm not gonna be in the picture. But I saw a little spot between the legs of Dominique and Steven, I think, so I was like and if you are seeing the photographer, he's seeing you, so you're gonna be on the picture, and I was on the picture. I didn't see it. It's one of you who sent me the picture and asked me like, is it you? And I was like, yes, it worked! Then I ran into the place where they were gonna make the signings because it was just after that, and I was really stressed to meet them. I was really stressed, and you know it, I already told you, they just announced the signings just the day before the Comic-Con. So I was already stressed, you know, the day before. So the day before I tweeted, maybe I'm a little stressed about tomorrow, be at the Comic-Con really quickly to be one of the few who are gonna be able to have a signing of the cast, be really early for a good seat for the premiere, enjoy it and the panel, maybe have the signings, find something clever and cool to say, run for taking a picture with Loki or Vikings, and also find something to say and then die. Again, I'm gonna wake up at 3 AM and support all of that stress, so it might happen. Without kidding, I just had a panic attack thinking about it. I tweeted that just the day before the Comic-Con, and Daniel Abraham responded to me, it's gonna be alright, you're cool. I already knew that he was following me on Twitter, or at least he was seeing some of my tweets because he already liked some of my tweets. But I think that it was the first time that he really responded to one of them. I already had a little discussion with Ty with the James S.A. Corey account on Twitter because of the Lasso group and all of that. Oh, I'm gonna keep that for the end, the Lasso group. I have an update about the Lasso group, a big update, but a good update. But I'm gonna keep that to the end, or it's gonna be a long video. So of course I responded to him, and I saw that he was gonna be in London on Monday, so I was like, maybe you can make a surprise for the fans and come to Paris? It's just near to London. But he responded to me saying, sadly Paris isn't on my itinerary this time out. Ty and I are covering the MCM Comic Con in London, but tell the cast hi for me and get the hell back to work from Ty. So I didn't plan at first to really say it to the cast, but when I was waiting for the signings, I was discussing with some of their fans, and you know, I even met the person who tweeted just the day before the Comic-Con that they were gonna have signings, and it was funny because, you know, she's really a fan, like an old fan, if we can say that. She had already pictures with the actors and she was waiting for them to sign, you know, these pictures, and me, I was really like, it's my first time, really, it's my first time meeting them. I'm really a new screaming fireworks, so I was really stressed. So, you know, I was really with fans who already met them, who were really prepared to meet them, who were excited to meet them, but who were not stressed like I was. I was really like, it's gonna happen, really. I'm getting closer to them. Whoa, dude! It was too much for me. Really, I was shaking, I was blushing, I was laughing, but not in a good way, you know, in a nervous way, because I was really stressed. And you don't know it, but when I'm stressed, I'm smiling, but because of the stress, my smile is really like, I don't know how to say it, jumping, like I'm like, it's moving. I don't know how to say it. I was stressed, I was really getting closer to them, and I was saying to the fans with who I was talking, like, go before me. Like, go before me, I'm not ready. I'm not ready at all. And I knew that I couldn't, you know, film that part, the signings part. It was not possible to take picture or video, so I thought maybe you can record the sound of it and maybe you would put that at the end of the video that you want to make about the panel. So it was my turn. I was like so I checked hands with Steven. He was really nice. He was smiling all the time. I asked them, all of the three of them, to sign my books and the poster that they were giving to us, and they accepted. And you know, I read it to you. I was searching for something clever and cool to tell them, and really I had nothing in my mind. Like, I was so stressed that I was like, I don't know what to say, I don't know my name anymore, so what can I say? And I was like, you know what? Read the tweet. You have the perfect thing to read to them, to say to them, like, Daniel Abraham sends you a tweet and ask you to tell them something. Really? Read the tweet. You just have to read the tweet, and it's easy because you don't have to imagine anything, you just have to read something. So I read them the tweets and they reacted, and it was fun. And you know, Dominique and Steven, they lost when they heard the tweet, but Shore, really, she had the sweet move. I was beginning to read the tweet and really she took my phone and she finished to read the tweet, and it was so sweet. Like, she was like, oh, it's so sweet reading the tweet. And she said to me, can we make an answer? And I was like, yes, of course. I was surprised. I was not prepared for that, so I was blushing even more, you know. So I took my phone back and I was beginning to type something, and she, you know, changed position. So I was like, okay, maybe she wants to take a picture. So I began to, you know, my phone like that, and I said to her, picture or video, because I was not sure of what she was waiting for. And she said to me, video. So I was like, okay, too much information, it's too much, I'm not ready for that. And I was like, okay, I'm beginning the video, but it was not working. Why? Because I was recording the sound of the signings, so I had to stop the recording of the sound to then take the video. She made that video. If you want to see it, go check the video of the panel and the signings. I have to be honest, when I was filming her, you know, I was like that, and I was so focused on her, on having her on screen, and I was so focused to not shake, you know, filming the video, that I didn't hear anything that she said. Like, really, I took the video and I heard nothing, because too much emotions, too much the what? No, what? No, I don't know. I just heard that she was saying that she was missing the authors, and after that, I don't know. Really, I don't know. At least I didn't know during that time what she said before, because really, I didn't know. So she finished the video. I took my book and my poster with me, and I was like, okay, it's over, it's finished. One guy of the security was like, she didn't sign the book, and I was like, oh fuck. I was so, you know, overwhelmed. So I went back and had the signing for the book also. Then I was like, okay, it's finished, but I was blushing, shaking, and the same guy of the security was like, are you okay? Are you really okay? I think that he was worried about me. And I think that he was afraid a little, because, you know, just after the signings part, we had to take stairs and to go back to the Comic-Con, and I think that he was afraid that I missed one step and, you know, fall into the stairs. So I was like, no, I'm okay. 2 seconds later, and my book was on the floor, because, you know, I had my bag, I had the camera, I had the poster, I had the book, and it was too much, so boom, all was on the floor. So the same guy of the security helped me to have all of that back. So I was really like, I'm fine, really I'm fine. Clearly I was not, I was shaking, I was blushing, I was having my jumpy smile, and I took the stairs really like step by step, like a baby, like Bambi, really. When I finished to take the stairs, I posted you the video on Twitter. I had to focus on making a tweet, just to have words to make a tweet. It was really difficult for me. Then I took pictures of the poster to also send it to you on Twitter. Then I took the poster and, you know, wrote it to keep it and to not, you know, scratch it during the day. And then, to do all of that, I was really like in the corner of the Comic Con, all alone, to concentrate, to just have myself to concentrate on. And after finishing to do all of that, I was like, I was finally breathing. And I'm not ashamed to say that I cried a little because it was too much for me. It was too many emotions. You know how emotional I can be. So to leave all of that, to wake up so early, to be so stressed, to be at the Comic Con right on time, to have the precious tickets for the signings, to have a good seat for the premiere and the panel, to leave the premiere and the panel, to leave the signings, to read them the tweets, to talk with them, to have this video with Shore, to have signings on the book and on the poster. Too much. And it was really like, what? It's my life, it's really my life. I'm responding to Daniel Abraham, the author of The Expanse, with a video of Shore, an actress of the show. And I'm in the middle of that, and I was really like, okay, it's my life, it's really my life. Are we sure of that? I'm not so sure. It was too much for me, it was too much. So I had really a wonderful day. I can show you all of that. I had the signing on the book. Tac. I had also signings on the poster. I don't know if you can see it right here, and here. So it was really great. Of course, I had to buy a picture frame for the poster, you know me. And I think that during the season 4, I'm gonna put the poster just right here, or something like that. And I have also my picture with the actor who is playing Floki on Vikings, but really, I'm really not great in this photo, it's really awful, so I'm gonna... Oh, you can watch it, but from there, you know. So it was a great day, it was an amazing day, so I posted that video in response to Daniel Abraham, and he responded then to me saying that Shore was really the best, and I don't know if she's the best because I just met 3 people of the cast, but she was so sweet, it was so sincere and so... You know, she was really like, oh, we have to respond to him, and she was so sincere and it was so sweet. It was such a sweet move. I really appreciated it. I felt lucky and honored that she was okay to make a response to Daniel Abraham on video, so it was really great. So then I enjoyed the rest of the Comic Con, and then I took my train back to where I'm living. So I was at home at 10 p.m. so it was really a long day and it was really a stressing day, but I was so excited and so... really, it was an amazing day and it was so great, and it was continuing on Twitter, you know, because Daniel Abraham responded to me, then Shore retweeted me, and a lot of fans were responding to me. I was feeling lucky, and I'm still feeling lucky because of that, because of what happened during that day. It was worth it, you know, to wake up so early, to leave all of that stress. It was worth it because at the end, I was in front row during the premiere, I was in front row during the panel, I filmed the panel for you guys, and I really wanted to bring you with me because I lived all of that journey, this binge watching of the show with you guys, and it was so great that I wanted you to be there with me. I was glad that I could film the panel for you, and after that the signings and the cast being so so great, so sweet, Shore making that video. And then when I woke up, you know, I had my Sunday. I tried to be cool during that Sunday, but I woke up really early because the day before that I woke up really early. So I was like, okay, if I'm awake, I'm gonna edit the video about the panel and the signings. So I did it. And then during the afternoon, I had some tweets from the Expanse writers account, and then I went to bed. And you know, I was in my bed and I was just checking my phone just a last time before, you know, sleeping, and I just read that Cassandra responded also to me, you know, on the same tweets about the fact that I was stressed about the day of the Comic-Con, and then Daniel Abraham responded to me that I was cool, it was gonna be alright. Cassandra responded also to that, saying to me that I was really cool. And I was like, okay, the dream is never gonna end. How can I go to sleep after that, you know? It was too much for a weekend for me. It was too many emotions, too many things. I didn't go to sleep before, I think, like 2 a.m. because, again, having that kind of message from the cast of a show that you love, it's really like... But you know, it's also a lesson, you know, I didn't give up. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to Paris, I'm gonna go to the Comic-Con, even if it's a lot of money, I'm gonna go. Oh, the cast is coming, great! Wow, they're making signings, I'm gonna try to go to the signings. I'm really close to the gate, so I'm really gonna be in front row. And then I have something clever and cool to read to them during the signings. And then the video, and then the responses and the tweets and all of that. I'm feeling so grateful, so lucky, so honored. I'm almost like, what did I do, you know, to have all of that, to live all of that? What did I do? And thank you, just thank you for all of that. It's almost like a dream come true, but in fact I never dreamed about it because I never thought that it was possible to have all of that, to have the premiere, the panel, the signings, the video. I never thought that it was possible, and just for one person, and this person, it's me. How? Why? Thank you, just thank you, really thank you. It was an amazing day and it was an amazing weekend. I'm so glad that I was able to share it with you on Twitter and on YouTube with the video of the panel and the signings. I began this journey with you, this binge watching with you, so it was logical for me to continue it with you. So yes, I'm glad about all of that. How many? 1 hour. No, I'm not gonna refilm it because I want to be honest with you, so it's gonna be a long video. I'm really sorry for that. Okay, let's skip to the part of the review. I think that the part of the review is gonna be shorter because I really don't want to tell you any spoilers about the episode, so I'm gonna really try to give you my opinion about it without spoilers. I'm gonna talk during this review about the production, about the money, about how they built this episode. Maybe you're gonna think that some information that I'm gonna say to you are spoilers, so really if you want any spoilers, maybe don't watch this review because I can't give you really my opinion about it without speaking a little about it, even if it's just about the production and what they did with the episode, not what they did during the episode, but with the episode. So if you really want no spoilers, maybe don't watch this review. I prefer to warn you. So the episode was great, the episode was amazing. Just to hear the opening credits again, I was like, you can picture me, really, my reactions during this first episode. I had persons, you know, with me, so I was really trying to not move a lot, so I was really, during all of the episode, like that, like... Voilà. Really, I was like that during all of the episode. What can I say to you about my reaction during the episode? I was laughing during the episode because we had a lot of funny moments, and like Shore said it during the panel, I can repeat it because it's not a spoiler because she already told it during the panel. She's swearing a lot during this first episode because we are not on Sci-Fi anymore, we are on Amazon. They don't care about swearing or not, so she's really the best Chris Ren possible. Like, all of her lines are really the best of the episode. So I was laughing a lot, and also because of Amos moments. You're gonna discover that, but some moments with Amos are funny. It was so great because we can see that they are putting more effort and more money on the show, and during some scenes we can really see the difference, in my opinion. So it was great to see that, but I talked, with some fans at the end of the premiere, and they thought the same, that they spent more money on the show and on this first episode, like with more scenes where we can see that, okay, it's bigger, it's really like bigger things, and it's great, it's really great. You're gonna discover that. So yes, I remember that I was laughing. I remember that I was crying because of one particular moment, but I think that you can already guess what moment I'm talking about. I was also excited during some moments and shocked also during another moment, and the episode is finishing with a cliffhanger, so I was really like, no, you can't finish with that. So it was really great. It's really all of the emotions that I can expect for the return of the show. I mean, you guys, you are waiting since so long for having this episode, this season 4. I think that you're gonna love it because it's really all of what you can expect for the return of the show. It's really all of the emotions that you can expect. Like, it's funny, it's with shocking moments, with emotional moments, with moments of action, with moments of tension, with cliffhanger at the end. You're gonna love it. For that, you're gonna love it. For the characters, I don't want to spoil you anything. I don't want to spoil you which characters you're gonna see or not, but I can say to you that I was glad to see the characters again. They didn't change at all. They are like we left them. They are not really like we left M, because we have, of course, a little time jump, between the season 3 and the season 4. That, I think it's not a spoiler to say you that. So we are discovering them with new issues, with new challenges. Like Dominique said during the panel, we can see that every one of them has something to deal with, so it's gonna be interesting to see that. I think that this season, Shore is saying it during the panel, this season is gonna be more political and more about society subjects, and I love that about the show, and they already made some things like that during the past season, but I think that during this season they're gonna insist on that, on things that we can relate to, on society subjects and on political subjects that maybe we can relate to and we can understand, and we can be like, okay, if it was happening in our world, it would be the same. So it's gonna be really interesting to see that. What can I tell you more? I can tell you that I finished the episode asking a lot of questions, not to everyone, but in my head. Like, I have a lot of questions about some things that happened during the episode. I'm still trying to process what I saw to make series about it. And I have new series about all of that, about Miller, the Proto, and all of that. I have new series because of things that are happening during this first episode. I'm not gonna tell you which one, but really we are progressing into that. And it's great, it's really a great episode. Like I said, with everything that we can expect with the return of the show, with a lot of emotions, with more money on the show with more things, bigger things, better things in my opinion, with the characters that we love, with their attitude and their lines and their ways of doing things that we love also about them, and also new characters and also new stuff, new universe, new rules also in this universe. It's really interesting to see that. And yes, it's gonna be a great season in my opinion. I cannot wait to discover it. Of course, I'm gonna make a reaction video for the first episode of the season 4. Even if I already watched it, I'm gonna watch it again and I'm gonna be able to talk during the episode and to share with someone my opinions and my theory about what I already saw, because for now I can't tell anyone about what I saw and it's frustrating. So I cannot wait to share with you my opinions, my real thoughts and theories about this first episode. So yes, I think that I can't say more about this first episode without really saying spoilers. If you have questions about this first episode that you think are not real spoilers and that I didn't say, talk to me on the comments, really ask me on the comments your questions and I'm gonna respond to you. It's a spoiler, I'm not responding to your question, or it's not a spoiler and that's your answer. I'm still thinking about what can I say more about this first episode, which is not a spoiler, and I can't find anything. Okay, so for finishing, 2 bonus on this video. First bonus, an update about the Lasso group. Ta-da! They released the claims, all of the claims about my videos about the Expanse. I don't know why, I don't know how, I don't know who did it, but all of the claims that the Lasso group put into all of my videos about the Expanse, they are all gone. And I don't know why, I don't know really why, because you know, to really resume my journey with the Lasso group, I discovered the Lasso group when they began to really take all of the credits and the tips of my videos about the Expanse. They were not blocking them, they were still right there on YouTube, but I couldn't take any money and any rights on the video because they were taking the rights and the tips about the video. It's little tips, like I have a little channel, so it was really like little tips, but I couldn't have it because they were taking it. Then I discovered that for many people there were scammers, they were not the right owners of the show, so I was getting mad, really mad. So I tried things to fight them, but I couldn't really fight them because when I was contesting the claims, my contest was not going to YouTube but was going to the Lasso group, which of course refused all of them. So it was still a situation blocked, you know. Then I asked for some help to the account of JMSA Curry on Twitter. I think that Ty is really writing on this account and it tried to help me by making contact with another reactor who also had trouble with the Lasso group, but we discovered that we couldn't really do anything and he was not really happy about that. And during the months after that we had some tweets together and he was telling me that it was something that he was working on, you know, with Amazon and all of that. So I had no news about it since really weeks, I think maybe more than 1 month or something like that. And I just discovered that they released, I mean the Lasso group released all of the claims. So I don't know if it's because it's official, the Lasso group are scammers or not. I know that at some point they responding to an email that one of you sent to them, they responded that they were taking the tips for the right owners of the show, you know, like there were the administrators who were taking the tips and then gave it to the right owners. But it was difficult for me to really believe it. Are they really scammers or not? Or maybe they are doing that, they are really the administrators of the tips and credits on YouTube and maybe the authors don't know that the owners of the rights about the show are using that administrator. I don't know, I really don't know. So I don't know if the claims are released because the Lasso Group is not working for the owners of the show anymore, or because they said to YouTube, the Lasso Group are scammers, so stop letting them take the tips and credits for the show. Or maybe Amazon said to the Lasso Group, stop taking credits and tips for the videos. I don't know. I don't know how it worked. I don't know why. I don't know who intervened, but the claims are released. Like I said, it's really little tips, and like I already explained to some of you on the comments who were asking me news about the Lasso Group and all of that, you know, I activated the monetization on my videos because I had the 1,000 subscribers to do it, but I didn't have any money or anything from YouTube yet because I didn't reach the step, because they are putting a step, a 70 euros step, and if you don't reach that step, they are not paying you anything because they consider that it's not worth it, you know, to give you some money if you are not reaching that step. So if you are making less than 70 euros for a month, they are not giving you anything. So yet they are not giving me anything, any money. Again, I'm repeating it, but I'm fully honest and fully transparent with you. I'm making these videos for fun. I don't care about the money. I don't have any money from YouTube or for anything else. So the fact that they are releasing, you know, the claims on my videos about the Expanse, it's really not because of the money that I'm excited and I'm happy about that, but it's more because, you know, it took me a lot of time and energy and also good mood to fight with them, to try to understand what was happening. So I'm glad and I'm happy that it's done, it's finished, the claims are released. So it's great, you know, I wrote it on Twitter. It's really like passions and passion one. So it's really a good news, you know, not because of the money, because again, I'm not having any money for my videos. And it's just great to know that finally I'm done with that, you know, with the Lasso Group, with fighting with them, with losing time and energy to fight with them. It's just a great and big news. That's it. And final bonus for this long video, it's the fact that I made the Inktober this year, and you know, I chose my list of the Inktober. If you don't know the Inktober, it's a challenge where you have to draw something every day from a list with theme, you know, and I chose my list because I wanted to draw some things about the Expanse, so I did it. So I'm gonna show you the drawings that I made about the Expanse, not about other shows or other movies because it would be too long. So first page, I'm gonna put right here the pictures about the Expanse that I made. I made the Wicked Cyborg, the Airship Captain, of course it was Holden, the Queen, of course it was my Queen Chris Wren, the Explorer Girl, of course it was Julie, the Ace, Alex, the Machine, Draper, the Brawler, Amos. The number 8, if I remembered it correctly, I changed the theme. I made the twin sisters, so I made Melba and Clarissa, you know, the two of them. They are the same person, but we can say that they are two persons. The gentleman with an hat, of course, it was Miller. The gardener, the princess, so I made Prax's daughter, you know, because it was working with the gardener. The bad copper and the good copper, again, I made them work together. The dog and the illusionist, of course, I made them for working together. The gateway, of course, I made it like our getaway. The Queen of Darkness, of course, it has to be drummer. And to finish, the remade man and the clockwork girl. So that's it. I finished my Inktober and it was really great to have this challenge during all of the months, and it was so great also to draw all of those things about the Expanse. So that's it, it's the end of the video, and I think that it's a long video and I'm really sorry for that, but I had a lot of things to tell you about and I really wanted you to know all of the good stuff and good things that happened to me during the Comic-Con day and after that during that weekend. Again, I'm feeling lucky, honored, and I'm just... why me? How? Why? Are you sure it's too much just for me? Just, you know, I'm a little French girl in my little apartment. I'm making little videos on YouTube about the Expanse. I just discovered the show. Okay, I totally fall in love with this show and now I'm considering myself as part of the team of the Screaming Fireworks, but still, I'm like, it's a lot, it's too much just for me. I'm feeling really honored and grateful and lucky for all of that, for all of this journey with you guys, with the binge watching, and for this amazing day at the Comic-Con with the premiere, with the panel, with the signings, with the video, with the fans. No, I'm not gonna cry. No, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry, but really, I'm feeling grateful and I'm feeling honored and I'm feeling so lucky to live all of that. I don't know when they're gonna come back in France, but I think that you can count on me for that. I'm gonna be there when they're gonna return in France. I'm already talking with other fans from Europe to, you know, follow them maybe on some Comic-Con in Europe. I don't know if it's gonna be possible for me to go there because it's really a lot of money and I'm not rich, you know, so I can't spend a lot of money into going to that Comic-Con, taking a room near to that Comic-Con and then come back and all of that. It's a lot of money, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that, but if it's possible, I'm gonna try. And I will see you soon, really soon, for the season 4 of The Expanse. It's really like near to us, really, it's like tomorrow, so it's gonna be great to discover that new season with you guys. I cannot wait. So it's all for this video about my story time, my review, the Inktober and the update about the lasso group for The Expanse. I will see you for the season 4. So it's all for me for today and it's all for me for now. So bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Hey.